Well, all through February, Fox 13 is celebrating Black History Month, and today we're highlighting a special venue in South Seattle.
And that's where a community radio station turned a historic theater into a pop-up museum. Fox 13's Frankie Thompson takes a look at how local Black history is taking center stage at the Columbia City Theater.
From veterans to elected officials, musicians and athletes, the rich history of our region's African-American community is on display at the Columbia City Theater. Community radio station Rainier Avenue Radio converted the theater into a museum for this entire month. Organizers say it's a call to conscience.
When they come in this museum, you will see hopefully a bit of yourself, members of your community, and definitely the contributions of African Americans locally and in a lot of instances nationally and even internationally.
Expect more than a dozen exhibits and installations.
We have an exhibit by the Seattle Black Panther Party. A lot of folks don't know that Seattle had a Negro League baseball team. Nasty Mix Records is from Seattle. They have an exhibit here as well as a Total Experience Gospel Choir. Seattle was a major hub for jazz, and Jackson Street was alive during the late teens all the way up to the early 1950s. If you were anybody in jazz, this new form of music, you came to Seattle.
Benton even has a display of his personal collection of vintage Black movie posters.
This building that we're in used to be the Rainier Cinema. It was the only place where you could watch what we call Black and Kung Fu movies. And so I have I think one of the largest collections of vintage Black movie posters in the country.
Rainier Avenue Radio's mission has always been to engage the community with critical issues and compelling stories. So taking on this project was a natural fit.
I just feel compelled to share information that's available, information that I have with our community. I'm sure that you've heard before, if you don't know your history, it makes it difficult to go forward.
And while this museum is only temporary, organizers say they hope its impact will be everlasting.
The greatest joy comes from after people have taken the tour and they have seen themselves and they've seen things that their grandparents maybe have talked about, and the realization that we have contributed not only to the local narrative but to the regional narrative and the national narrative as well. Folks who are from this city, and it instills a sense of pride.
Now, this pop-up Black History Month museum at the Columbia City Theater will be open through the end of the month. It's open every day except for Monday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And it is a guided tour at the top of every hour. For ticket and registration information, we posted a link at fox13seattle.com/links.